Warning, this is an adult-oriented podcast about really perverse things like communication and consent. If you are under 18 and looking for answers to questions about sex or kink, please visit scarletteen.com. For the Dude Bro listeners, this is the nerdy shit. Fuck off!
Man whore, everybody wants to be a man whore. Man whore, a man whore on Lala's land.
Good evening. Welcome to Lala's Land, sponsored by Heckler's Handiworks. The man whore, Brad. I guess I should say, and the man whore, Brad. Tonight in the studio, I am joined with Shark Boy, a.k.a. Gigantor.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, it's good to see you.
It's been forever.
Too long.
Yeah.
Definitely too long. Glad to have you as a guest on Lala's Land. I'm going to ask you all kinds of sexy questions.
Oh, no. What you going to ask me?
I'm going to ask you sexy questions. Are you up for it?
Sure.
All right. You ready? We're going to start right, going to do it.
Go.
All right. What is your best kept intimate secret?
Oh, God.
Yeah, I'm going to make you think.
My intimate?
Yeah.
The thing is, I'm not even, fully aware of how I am, with intimacy. I'm just, me the whole time.
Just you?
Yeah, I just do. I don't know, I can't separate it at all. So, I can't be oh, this is me being intimate or this is just me being me. I can't separate those.
So you're always intimate?
In
a sexy way? In front of your family and coworkers and friends?
What
just intimate?
What me and my partner do, we just constantly just tease each other back and forth. So and it's just a constant thing in private, in public, with friends, with family. It's just a constant. So it's just
sexually tease each other?
Yeah.
Oh,
we do that too.
Wow. Nice. Okay. Where is your favorite place to have sex?
Well, it was in a car until I had to get a new car, and I no longer quite can do that in a car. I guess for me, the lame answer is just bed, just because I can't do it in a car anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry you can't do it in the car anymore.
I know it sucks.
Was it because it was kind of risque and you could get caught?
Yeah. And
that aspect of it?
Yeah. And plus I would always go where it was just nature.
Oh.
Yeah.
Nature.
Yeah. I say nature, but it's oh, here's this empty patch of dirt and you might see a kit fox around. but yeah.
And the cars are rocking.
Yeah. Or by the river.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was always nice just hearing the river.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah. Beautiful.
All right. What turns you on the most during sex?
Honestly, it's the moaning, because I know I'm doing a damn good job if on how the moan is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You read the moans?
Yeah.
And that turns you on?
Yeah, because hell yeah.
It starts to get you there?
Yeah, because hell yeah, I am doing a good job.
Awesome. Do you have a signal that implies that you are ready for sex or want sex?
I think every guy has that signal.
What's yours?
I really don't know what outside of just the boner. I don't know what I don't know what my signal is.
I mean, I know you didn't listen to last week's episode, but do you happen to lick her palm aggressively and quickly?
No. I think okay, so using that as an example, I might grab them by the hair.
Ooh.
From behind, just grab it from back of the head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. That would tell me. Yeah. Good. What is your go-to move to make your partner have an orgasm?
So I take my hips and I go forward and back. My go-to move?
If you're just done, you've had yours or whatever, but you want her to have that one last one, what's going to rev it up and just get her to orgasm instantly?
What I would do is, as dumb as it sounds, it's really basic. I would just finger, just 2 fingers in and use my thumb to rub the clit and just be really quick.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, that would do it.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
I would hope it would do it.
I mean, you would know.
Yeah, I would know by the moans, but It's like, if that doesn't do it, then I'm just bad.
All right, one last question. What is your foreplay like?
So again, like grabbing the hair behind the head, biting the neck, kissing the neck, and just kind of like slowly working up.
Yeah.
Yep. And like with my partner, like sometimes we just have to like skip like the stuff that comes after us. Like she just wants it. It's like, okay, we're not going to do anything else. We're just going to go straight to it, I guess.
That's great. Well, you're blushing a little bit, which I feel very accomplished about.
Yep. It helps that I'm that pale.
Yeah. You don't talk about sex very often, do you?
No, not really.
You just like to do it.
Yeah, I just like to do it. Like I usually don't like actively talk about it because to me it's just like I'm just a really private person.
Yeah.
So it's just like I kind of really keep to myself. Like when I first was around you guys, I was really quiet for a good while.
Yeah.
Because what I do is I try to read people and figure out like what I can say.
You're going to mesh with them and
Yeah.
Well, listeners, I did ask Shark Boy if he would let me ask him sex questions, and he did agree. So I'm not putting him too much on the spot, even though he's definitely on the spot.
I did say maybe to give myself an out.
You didn't say maybe.
No, I did say maybe.
No?
Yeah,
No, I have the text.
I have the text too.
Well, he's looking up that text. I still have a flogger that I need to give away. I still haven't quite figured out.
It's the very top one.
Damn it, he did say maybe. Well, I just took it for granted. Maybe usually means yes.
Yeah, it was a yes, but I was just like, give myself an out here.
All right. Yeah, the flogger. I still haven't figured out how I want to give that away or how you can enter, but it is still available. It is still on the back of my mind. I did get a suggestion from Papa Nuff today. Still trying to figure out how we can do an audio recording. If you guys have ideas, reach out to us. You can call us. You can email us. It's all down in the show notes. Contact us. Give us some clues because we're tech savvy, but we're not that tech savvy.
Or they can just join on Discord and leave suggestions in there.
Yes, of course. Yeah.
From Bakersfield to Mount Olympus, Gotham Press talks naughty business. Sexual topics to explore your whoredom. Good if you're new or a kinky Yoda. Gotham Press Podcast. The dirty kinksters your parents warned you about.
Okay. Well, now, hey guys, welcome to the Gotham Press Podcast. I'm glad you're here.
I was really surprised because there was literally no one like to my right or in front of me, and then all of a sudden it's Gotham Press Podcast, and they're just here all of a sudden.
It's you know what? It's weird. It's almost like they're on a timer, and they just kind of know when to saunter in and sit in their seats.
Well, the thing is, like, they didn't even just like walk in; they just like appeared.
I know.
We were always here.
It's magical.
You just couldn't see us.
It's magic.
That's kind of creepy.
I know. You know what's even creepier?
What?
You said something about moaning earlier.
Yeah.
Shark Boy, yeah.
No.
Yes, please.
Nope.
Daddy, please.
Oh, great! I knew we were gonna have a good time with that.
So wait. So does that make him Daddy Shark?
No.
Oh, no.
Oh God!
Stop
Please don't
it.
give Anemic any ideas.
Does she call you daddy?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah.
So now he's Daddy Shark.
Daddy.
Juju.
You are, no, that was bad to put that in. It's bad.
I'm going to enjoy the aftermath, I'm sure.
I know, right?
I won't. I'll have to live with it.
And next time Gigantor comes on, you find out that I'm dead. So he's going to come in. You did this time.
No, you'll just disappear. Like it'll just be Lala, Thief, and Greedy, and there'll be no mention.
Oh,
And then you'll be there.
yeah.
So what we're saying is Gigantor is now taking my slot on the podcast after this episode.
Yeah, and speaking of Greedy, he was not able to join us tonight, and so we asked if Gigantor, a.k.a. Shark Boy, would join us, and he agreed.
Yep.
Yep.
I think the listeners probably figured that out.
Well, I mean, I don't know.
Well,
I'm
Greedy
just,
could be over my shoulders, just kind of like coaching me on
like
what to say.
whispering in your ear and
Yeah, like just
licking your
whispering
neck,
sweet
Rubbing
nothings.
on your shoulders. And
Yeah.
grinding
his
against the back of your chair.
porn stash to rub along your neck and collarbone.
It's going to be weird to say this after you just saying all that stuff, but I miss Greedy. I haven't seen him in forever.
Just imagine the nipple rings slowly gliding across the back of your
Oh,
t-shirt.
gosh.
No, back of his neck.
Oh, that's
I get that at home anyway.
But they're not greedies.
that's true.
Yeah.
They're not quite as... The hairy chest isn't there.
I was like, be careful with your words, Captain. Like, what were you going to say?
Wait, hairy?
No, before that, because you hesitated. You're like, they're not quite... And then you went with Harry.
I had to figure out exactly what I was going to say.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Because you can't say they're not as nice, because Greedy's boobs are rather nice.
I've never looked at Greedy's boobs in that way.
You haven't?
Really?
Really? I'm not interested in Greedy that way. Why would I?
You don't
even
have to be
consider-
interested
like-
to appreciate.
I appreciate that that B does amazing work. Speaking of B,
Ooh, yeah.
piercings by B.
One of our sponsors.
I actually referred my sister to her tonight.
Oh, nice.
And they're probably together right now working on stuff.
Excellent.
What's she going to do?
It's like something with her nose piercing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
Bone spike.
It's like- Hey, Gigantor,
What's up?
do you know any of our sponsors?
I know JW.
JW.
Yeah, JW Paddles.
All right. Have you used any of their... have you played with any of their wood?
Yes, I have played with their wood twice. Anemic and I actually got a custom paddle from them, from J&W. And it's basically a cross, and then across the cross it says penance. And yeah, just
I believe that came about because of her last time on the show, right?
So she did get that.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah.
perfect.
Yeah, they reached out to Anemic and like, hey, like we can get this done. How do you feel on this design? And
Nice.
And then we're like, how much? Sweet, we'll do it.
Beautiful. Hey, Lala.
Huh.
What about you? What's your favorite sponsor?
Steel Brat Passies. Because they're just so adorbs.
They are adorbs.
And so is the maker. And I miss him. Yeah.
Don't worry. One day, COVID will be over, and we'll all get back together.
I know.
One day.
I don't believe you.
You don't have to believe me.
I don't. At this point, I can't have hope anymore. I feel like Run the Jewels said it best.
You know what? I kind of agree with that thief over there. Like, I've been an introvert for 20 years. I have prepared myself for this new way of living. I will be fine.
And you will, and it'll be okay. Hey, Thief,
Yes,
there's one more sponsor.
There is.
I think you know them intimately.
I do. Damn it! Now I can't do what I was gonna do. I was gonna circle back to piercings by B, but you had to throw the intimate thing in there. And I was like, okay, that's not gonna work now. Thief's Touch. It's a flogger for every occasion,
I love it.
or a flogger for everyday occasions.
Perfect.
It's one of those.
Our floggers just to beat people with when you feel like
Yeah.
it.
I mean, the original name was gonna be should have been, not gonna be. It should have been. Instead of Thief's Touch, it was gonna be Fat Man Floggers.
Fat Man floggers?
I really like it better, but it's just too late now because domains.
I
and-
like Thief's Touch.
Do you?
I do.
But it
Yeah.
sounds kind of like, I don't know.
No, like to me, it makes a whole lot of sense, though.
It's kind of sexy.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it is sexy.
See, not problem, but when you said Fat Man's floggers, all I suddenly thought of was Kevin Smith's podcast, Fat Man on Batman.
Oh, really? I didn't even know that existed.
And another thing you do, like if on the floggers, if you want to like put like your like a mark on it, it'd be like, yeah, this is Thief's Touch floggers. Just it's 2 T's instead of like whatever it is you were gonna have to do.
Oh. Like a stamp. Although
Yes.
a lot of the
Brand it.
leather I use wouldn't hold a stamp punch.
Branding it.
There's
wood.
other ways of
But
doing
on
it. It doesn't
the,
have to be a stamp
handle-
punch.
Branding could damage the outside of the.
No, I can't.
Right.
Not if you do
Excuse
it right.
No,
I'll do it for
hey,
you.
No.
Hey, this is his business. He is an expert. He
You
will
stay
find
out
a
of
way.
this,
Not an
Shark Boy.
expert.
You
I'm
just
no,
stay out
You
of
do
this.
not touch their baby.
You can have my baby.
Hey, let's
Take
thank
baby.
our patrons for supporting us on Patreon.
Thank you, patrons.
Thank you, patrons. We appreciate you.
Patrons, we love you so much. Thank you. Bring in more.
Bring
Please
your
bring more.
friends.
Tell your friends how great the podcast is.
Tell your family, or maybe not.
Oh gosh.
Depends on how cool you are with
Ooh,
them.
we're going to go into that later into the show about telling your family.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
An idea that I had earlier today.
Uh-oh.
It's not coming immediately just because I don't know exactly how I'm going to do it. But I'd like to get some of the listeners, the patrons, and just the general listeners' opinions on what they like about the show and what they don't like. So I'm going to see about making a survey
That would be great.
that I can get out to the people and like, hey, what do you like about us? What don't you like about us? How can we be better for you?
It would have to be like an anonymous.
Yeah, it's going to be
Too.
anonymous. It'd be like one of those like Survey Monkey things or something like
Yeah,
that.
because
Survey Monkey's a good one.
I got some complaints I'm gonna lodge.
It's like Lala and Captain aren't paying me enough. They overwork me. Oh, this has to be Thief.
Oh God.
Hey, I know how I can pay you.
How?
With some spuds.
Some spuds.
Yeah.
Ooh. Are you thinking like shaving them down and inserting them places?
No, I was thinking of like putting funny noses and eyeballs on them and maybe some hair. Maybe some feet.
I thought we were going to talk about what you name my private parts on the podcast.
I'm sorry, Thief. I can't help it. It's just so much fun to play with. I just love it. All the pieces.
Wait, his private parts or the spuds?
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
She just likes all the glasses and the different ways you can dress it up.
I like the mustache.
Oh, it has a mustache?
And the little hat. Yes, and the little hats. Goes right on the head.
Does it have like a monocle?
It has a beard sometimes.
I think it has a monocle.
Yeah.
I won't swear to it.
Little hats.
So if you haven't figured it out, listeners, we're talking about Hasbro's Mr. Potato Head.
That's not the right name anymore.
Well, Hasbro's Potato Head.
Yes, we're bringing this up because Hasbro has decided to no longer gender Potato Head.
Although you can still get Mr. Potato Head and Mrs. Potato Head, I think there's going to be one that is just Potato Head?
So, no, how
Or how
it's
does that
going,
work?
and thankfully one of my friends on Facebook clarified this, is that it's just a rebrand of the name.
Yeah.
So it used to be Mr. Potato Head featuring Mr. Potato Head and Mrs. Potato Head. Now it's Potato Head featuring Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head.
Got it.
Okay, see, I missed that portion.
So
Good.
it's just like a rebranding of the potato heads. That's really it. They're still Mr., they're still Mrs.,
but
it's just
the general product is just Potato Head
Yes.
instead of Mr. or Mrs. Potato Head.
correct.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, that sucks.
And is there going to be a tater tot? Did I see rumors of a tater tot? Or is there already a tater
That
tot?
sounds like some Facebook shit.
I don't say. I'm
Oh,
pretty
not
sure,
real?
I was
I
pretty
don't
sure
know.
they have a kid, but
A
I
little
don't know.
baby
Well,
spud
it's
named
like
Tater Tot?
Well, if it's a tater tot, then that implies that
It's been cooked.
it's been cooked. So
And mashed up. And then,
Oh,
I was gonna say it could just be Spud.
yeah, a little spud. Little spudlet.
Now I'm just
oh, they can easily do something with
now I'm
that.
just imagining the tater tot, in, like in the packaging, like, and here's a child tater tot. That kid looks bad.
you know what one of the funnest things to do was with a Mr. Potato Head?
What's
back
that?
when I was a child? Was to put the Mrs. Potato Head clothing on him.
Okay.
I mean, aren't they the same potato?
I don't think so.
No. They are the same.
They're the same-
Two different potatoes.
They're the same
They're-
base.
There is the Mister with nothing on it, and then there's the Mrs. with nothing on it. They are completely separate to people who have eyes and can
Imaginations.
see that they're the exact same thing.
But they are the same potato.
Yes, yeah. I'm just making fun of the people who are like out crying like this stuff, like, oh no, it's cancel culture and all that. It's the same thing. They're
Yeah.
the same thing. If you just remove everything, they're the
It's
same thing.
Still a potato. A potato is a potato.
Potato is a potato is
You
a
can
potato.
you can take the eyes from Mrs. Potato's body and put them on Mr. Potato's body, and vice versa. Same thing.
Got it.
You would not be able to tell.
Got it.
I could always tell.
Wow.
He knew.
Where the fantasies
Wow.
brew.
Oh my.
I liked how, I don't know if you guys had one when you were little, but I liked how his butt would open and you could put all his pieces in there.
No, I never had one. They were too expensive for us.
Doesn't that still?
I don't know. I'm
pretty sure it still
I
happens that
haven't
way.
seen one in forever, but that's how mine worked. The little butt opened and you put all the parts in.
My only reference to Potato Head was Toy Story. So
Which-
that's all my knowledge.
You never
of it.
played with one?
No.
So the funny part to me was when I first saw this article about them no longer gendering Potato Head, I was thinking like, so when somebody years from now watches the original Toy Story and Mr. Potato Head comes on screen, they're like, What do you mean, Mister?
Well, again, like it's just a rebrand
No,
of the
no,
product. Yeah.
no. I get that. I'm just saying when I initially saw it, that was
Yeah.
my thought was, huh?
Well, Disney would be the first to go through and like recreate, like re-edit out all that out, and you wouldn't even know.
Right, but to
they're
the people
good at that.
To the people that have the classic versions,
Right. Like
Those
the
are not going to go away.
mermaid VHS
Oh, yeah.
things that had the penises all over
The
the
penis
cover.
castles.
Yeah.
I had the poster
There was so
With the
many.
penis castle?
They were so very much penises.
Hold on.
Yep.
You said had or have?
Had.
Had. Okay.
Yeah.
Burned it.
She saw the penis.
Yeah.
It's like, no.
No penises.
No, I didn't care.
She does not care about the penis.
Oh. Oh my.
It didn't bother me.
Oh me. Oh my.
I thought it was funny.
No, like, honestly, until someone like said anything, you never would have noticed.
Yeah.
Oh, God,
Yeah.
I just had a horrible thought. So she said never bothered her, and in my head, Frozen came in. The cock never bothered me anyway.
Wow.
Did the cock ever bother you?
No.
Oh, God. I'm horrible.
What other Disney franchise can we ruin really quick with like dicks?
A lot.
A lot.
There's so many.
There
I'm
was,
not doing any, but
there was more than the Little Mermaid, though, right? There was
the rumor is that every Disney movie has some sort of sexual thing within it.
right. Which I guess if you look hard enough for, you can make happen. Kind of like when you're looking at clouds in the sky and you're like, oh, look, that one looks like a dick. You're
Well,
like,
let's see.
well, it doesn't unless you ignore that part and emphasize this part.
Well, from the ones that I can remember off the top of my head, Lion King, the box art, actually, Mufasa's face is actually in the shape of a woman's body.
Oh.
In the movie, when Rafiki tosses the grass or dust in the sky, it spells out the word sex for a frame. The rescuers, as they're flying through, there's a split second where you can see inside of a woman's window and she's naked.
Why do you know this?
Because I'm
You're
a Disney
dirty,
fan and a dirty old man.
Okay.
And plus, I love Disney. Leave me alone.
I love Disney too, but I don't know all the sex stuff.
That's because you're not as perverted as I am.
Yeah, you didn't want to know.
Not true. Just differently perverted.
Differently
Thank you very much.
All right.
There's layers.
There are layers.
Yes,
It's
like,
like
an onion.
onions.
But we won't bring in the donkeys when we talk about
No,
this.
no donkeys. What was I thinking? In Aladdin, they were supposedly when Aladdin's getting the princess from her room to go on the carpet ride. There's supposed to be like a whispered, "Good girls take their clothes off."
Oh no! So
That's the supposed to be whisper that happens in that.
So, like, I've seen this. There's this group on YouTube. They're called Star Kid. They do some like parody comedy plays, and they had one where it was Aladdin, but they used kind of like the Wicked storyline.
Okay.
And it's called like Vizier. So Jafar's the good guy, and Aladdin's like the evil jerk. So when they get to that song, like Aladdin would be singing, and then like in the breaks, he would just be going, "Take off your clothes, take off your clothes, take off your clothes."
Yeah, I think that's where they got that from.
Yeah, so I don't think that's actually in Aladdin, but I think that's where it came from, was from them.
Yeah, and there are other ones I just can't think of them off the top of my head right now.
I'm surprised you didn't say, like, with Aladdin, like, Magic Carpet Ride is an innuendo for,
Yeah.
like, riding a dick. Like, some people have tried to make that connection.
I was going to say, generally, to my knowledge, sexual innuendo with carpet
Carpet
is not
is a carpet muncher.
Yes.
Oh, I know, like I know, but they're going on a carpet
Carpet
ride.
He's going on a carpet ride.
Oh, okay.
Hey, speaking of sex,
Speaking of sex,
yeah,
what about it?
sex in Utah.
In Utah.
You know,
Wait, there's
Sex in Utah?
No,
Is it the sex that Jesus can't see?
I guess Utah.
No, that's butt stuff. Is the sex the guy can't see?
Right. In Utah, lawmakers are rejecting a bill that would require teaching consent of sexual education classes.
Consent. Yeah,
Of
basically.
course they are.
Because
Yeah.
these children need to not know about sex. They will know that sex is a thing that happens after you're married with one person for the rest of your life.
They don't even want them to know that.
No. That's specifically what they're going for with this.
No, like for that it's just saying consent. They're not even teaching them like the yes or no's.
Right. No. Yeah. Consent is not a thing. No, that's what I'm saying. Consent's not a thing because you don't have to ask for consent. You just have to find the woman that you're going to marry for the woman or man that you're going to marry for the rest of your life. And of course you're going to have sex with them because that's what happens when you get married.
So they are teaching sex education in Utah. So don't get that mixed up. They are teaching it.
Are they?
They are teaching it.
No,
but
they're teaching abstinence.
Yes.
they're still
There's
giving
no sex education.
Well, no, it's up to the schools.
So on its face, they have sex ed class, right?
Yes.
Yes. And what they're saying is they don't want to teach the consent aspect because, like Awesome is saying, when Mormons get married, they get married to one person and they're monogamous to that person for their whole life. They don't need consent because, of course, man and wife are supposed to have sex.
Wait, you said you specified Mormons. Is Utah full of Mormons?
Yes.
For the most part.
That was very was very matter of fact.
Yes.
I've never been to Utah, so I don't know.
Yes.
It is both beautiful and frightening at the same time.
It is gorgeous. I've been there many times. I even went to BYU for a youth. I grew up Mormon.
I know, but I
Okay.
have no idea what BYU is.
BYU, Brigham Young University. Brigham Young.
Oh no,
Never heard of it.
He's
was a prophet.
Joseph Smith's next of whatever.
You guys know more about that than I do.
Okay, anyway. So what do you guys think about that? I think it's wrong. I think they should.
They don't teach safe sex either. Like contraception is not taught about. It's not.
They don't. Right. For the same reason that.
I know. I don't like that
Well,
because
I agree. But it's a Mormon-run
State.
I almost said country, but state.
They
It is
tried to be a country
It
at one
almost
time.
is a different country, but yeah.
Yeah, like I get what Lala is saying, but it's just like the fact that like I never like thought they were actually taking like sex ed serious, but the fact that they are just not even talking about consent on it, that is a huge issue, and that's gonna be terrible. Like,
That's going to
in the
fuck
long
people
term.
up in the long run.
Yeah, and the sex education they're probably more teaching is like, STDs and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, real quick.
How to reproduce, not how to do the act, but the cycle of having a baby, like the spermie and the
Right.
gestation and
All the, yes, this is how it,
Aftermath.
yeah. So real quick. Hey, listeners, if you're listening to us from Utah, please spread this podcast to your friends so they have something to learn from.
right.
I guess I don't know. See,
Also,
if,
we are horrible teachers.
if I lived in Utah, then I would be upset about the decision, but at the same time, I would say, okay, that's fine. I will take this into my own fucking hands and teach my own kids about consent.
Then you would lose
Phrasing.
your job, and you would have to move out of state to get a job.
Probably.
Yeah.
But it'd be worth it.
But I'd rather my kids be safe and have a little education about
Knowledgeable.
Yeah. Than just be blind and decide they're going to go fumble through whatever experimentation they're going to do because kids,
Like honestly, like this is just like a political thing that they passed. This isn't even like in the good intention of the children, because in the future this is going to hurt so many girls, and it's also going to hurt like guys as well, because it goes both ways.
Right.
Unfortunately, women are mostly the victims.
Yeah.
But they don't care.
Yeah,
I'm
doesn't
sorry.
care.
I'm sorry. I can't. I don't know them. I don't know if they care or not. But from this decision, my opinion is they could give a fuck less about the females in the state.
Yep.
Other than baby makers.
Being Mormon for as long as I was and growing up with it and then stepping back and realizing what I was turning into, it literally really kind of is a Stepford wife type of thing. You do what your husband says, you only have your church friends, and you stay home and have babies and raise your family in the church, and that's it.
Okay, so and this is just because you said Stepford wife, I'm going to go on this little tiny bit of a rant.
Okay.
So a Stepford wife, in my opinion, like I love the idea of that 1950s household sort of thing,
And that's, yes.
and that's great. But I'm not that guy who's like, okay, so this is the life forever and always. I enjoy the idea of it
For a weekend.
for a week. Hell, even if we decide that I'm the breadwinner, you're going to stay home and do all the household things. we don't live in the actual fucking 50s. There
Right.
are other things in the world that we have knowledge of to do. And that's just my little rant on
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. Yeah, I get you. I hear you.
Thoughts?
Thief.
I don't know.
Or Gigantor.
I already said all my pieces. I think it's just terrible, and they should reverse this. It's going to hurt a lot of people.
I
That's it.
agree.
I have no further comment on it.
They've just got way too much ways to wiggle out of responsibility anymore that it's kind of nerve-wracking and infuriating to even
Responsibility?
comment on
People
it.
take that?
Yeah.
I mean, hold on. Politicians take responsibility?
No. Not at all.
Are politicians people?
No.
Are they mini ticks?
No, they're pawn scum.
Oh, wow.
Ooh. Moving on. Thief, what have you been watching lately? Anything good?
Well, I started watching Vikings because I never finished it and I wasn't sure where I left off, so I just started over.
And that's really about Vikings?
Yes.
It's fictional.
Oh.
But I guess there's some aspects of historical accuracy to it in certain ways,
Okay.
but not all of it. Mm-hmm. It's pretty good. I started rewatching Rescue Me.
Good show.
I don't know that one.
It's just an old firefighting show from like
Dennis Leary.
2003 or 5 or something.
Okay.
I don't know what year. It was early 2000s.
I would see commercials for that all the time. I never watched that show.
It's a good show. In my opinion, it's a good show.
The commercials were always weird. It's just him like emerging from fire, giving this weird look to the camera, then turning back into the fire.
Well,
yeah,
It was
yeah,
all
that's
his commercials.
Yeah, that's because he's a firefighter that's showing, hey, if the fire's not out, I'm still working.
Well, you can't narrow it down that he's a firefighter.
Yes.
He's also an alcoholic. He sees the dead people that he'd never saved, and
Yeah.
he's haunted by the fact that his life is falling apart.
Isn't he a womanizer as well?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of stuff, too, in that show that I'm like, oh, they couldn't do that today. No,
Oh, yeah.
no.
That'll get canceled
Yep.
immediately.
But it's still pretty funny. And
Yeah.
then I started watching the second season of Bonding,
And?
the first episode,
Yes.
awesome. Like,
Okay.
absolutely amazing. Like
Awesome, you're in it?
No, he's not in it. But they take everything that everybody had issues with the first season, the fact that they don't know how to tie knots, that that there's no consent in the way she treats her
Partner.
Yeah, he's not really her sub. It's
No.
just a friend, but
Assistant.
assistant,
Yeah.
yeah. And so all of that is addressed in the very first episode. They get shut the fuck down. They can no longer have clients. They can no longer practice. They have to go through a new Dom class and a course, and meet her expectations. And
Well, not just that they have to go through that course, the fact that no place in the city will allow them to do anything.
yeah, like they got black booked.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it was really cool because so I finished season 2. I started it and then watched the whole thing. It wasn't as funny as the first season, but it's a better show.
Right.
Okay.
Like it's got a lot more
Realism?
well, not necessarily real realism, but it makes a lot more sense to a kink community.
Okay.
Like there's aspects of the show that they deal with that are real issues that people face, and things that, while they might not be the funniest thing in the world, like an escape kind of show, it might help you figure out where to step and where you're going next.
So, like, was the first season funny just because, like, how bad it was on all that stuff that you just couldn't do anything but laugh?
Kind of, yeah.
Okay.
Like it was just outrageous. Like there's like watching them try to tie somebody up, and they're just like jumbling the rope around the hands.
Yeah.
And you're like, these actors have no idea what they're doing, and you're just like, I don't know why this is so addicting to watch.
Well, and that's why I liked what they did with the second season is they actually went out and spoke with people that were in the lifestyle and things like
I
that.
think they had to have brought him into the show.
Oh, yeah,
it was like the writing room at least, and even with the actors, because they really
Stepped it up.
nailed it down. Yeah.
Though there was that scene where they were practicing with floggers, but they said whips the whole time.
Oh, really?
When they were like standing facing each other, and and it looked like the scene was supposed to be he hit a girl in the face with one,
Right.
But it's like that wouldn't work that way
No.
for what you're doing. It was just little things like that. I'm sorry. Gigantor and Lala are just like, what the hell are they talking about?
Well, like I never watched this show, and now I'm like fully aware of what it is you guys are talking about with the show. Mm-hmm. I've seen it on Netflix come up. Every single time I pull it up, I'm like, what's this? Anemic's like, oh, it's this show that gets everything wrong and it's just really terrible. I'm like, okay, not worth my time. I skip.
Right, so the first season is that way.
But still
The
worth
second-
your time.
It is worth your time. It's clever and funny.
It's
Well,
witty.
And the thing is, it's based off the writers, based off his real experiences.
Her.
Right.
No, his. The guy.
Fight, fight, fight.
The assistant. His experiences. He's the writer.
Wait, what?
Yeah, it's the guy.
No, the series was created by somebody who was a dom in the New York, or well, I don't know if it was the New York area.
The apprentice to the Dom.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to go back.
You should go look. You should go look that up.
I read the whole thing and I was like, okay,
One of us shall rise and one of us shall fall.
I understand.
For anybody that knows where I got that line from, you should definitely say something about it. I know
Is it
you
like
don't,
a
Lala.
Stargate reference or something?
It is not Stargate reference.
Battlestar Galactica.
It is not that either.
The Trekkie thingy.
Nope. Both of you are wrong.
Dune?
No.
I'm pretty
James
sure it's
Bond.
Star Wars.
Farscape.
Really?
Dang,
I was thinking at the end of Phantom Menace.
Nope.
Oh well.
Blade Runner.
You guys are going to keep guessing
I'm
just
running out
random
of shit.
things.
Hey, instead of guessing,
Yeah.
does anybody know how to say our kink of the week?
I have an idea,
Okay.
and I'm going to try it.
Okay. Kink fetish. Sorry, kink/fetish.
Pink
of the week.
/ fetish, yes.
Go for it.
Just a moment. I know I'll give you more work, Thief.
Dun 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 dun.
While you're trying to figure it out, I just have to say, really funny, when I was reading the notes earlier, and it says Utah lawmakers reject a bill, I thought it said Utah lawnmowers, and I was thinking gardeners, and I was like, what do they have to do with?
Wow.
See, so the lawnmowers in Utah, they're doing it for the well-being of the public. They are the real superheroes.
Yes.
Okay, I have my attempt.
Okay.
Tantalolania.
Wait, what?
Tantalolania. The GN makes a soft sound.
I like lognia. Tantalognia.
Shark Boy, do you have an opinion on this?
I'm kind of in agreement with Lala. It's like Tantalognia because like how would you pronounce the where is Lognia itself? Yeah, it's the suffix by itself would just be Lognia, right?
Lagnia, Lania, whichever.
Yeah.
You know what? It's a word. So what does the word mean? Lala.
It is the condition which causes people to feel sexually aroused when they are teased.
Hey.
I like to be teased.
Tease me, baby.
You know what my favorite teasing is?
No, but do tell.
Is just to like get all worked up and like just the grabbing and the holding the throat and the kissing on the cheek or neck or whatever, and then walking away. And you're like, and you can't do anything about it because.
Yeah, Nemec hates that.
Yeah, I like it. I like it, but I hate it at the same time.
So you just want somebody to get you all worked up and then just be like, I have to go to Walmart.
Yep,
Just
pretty
leave
much.
You
Or like,
writhing and
or
agony?
yes.
Okay, now my question becomes, are you seriously enjoying that, or are you going to be pissed the fuck off?
Oh no, I'm seriously enjoying that. And then when they get back, I'm just gonna be naked and ready to pounce.
Okay, because I know people who said they really like stuff like that, and then when it happens to them, they get really upset.
Well, that's not me.
They're like, well, I guess we're just not even going to be in this relationship then. I'm
That's
like, wait, what?
Not me.
Hold on.
Wow.
You liked slamming doors and throwing shit, and
Dang.
there goes a PS2
Where's
right
this
out the fucking,
going?
like, I just...
Wait, what kind of people have you been dating?
No, not me, a friend.
Oh, is this friend you?
So, Shark Boy, what's your favorite way to be teased?
Yeah, Shark Boy. Do you have a favorite way to be teased?
So I prefer like the mental like teasing. I don't like physical teasing on myself. I don't, for some reason I'm weird with being touched. I really don't like it. No, but I'm okay with like verbal teasing, having a back and forth, like what
Bantering,
I do. Like what I do with you all the damn time.
You're mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a mean tease.
You are a mean tease. You're a bully.
Ooh.
Kind of a bully.
Really?
Yes, he is. Have you ever heard him talk to me?
No,
And
but
we're friends.
And
what does
we're
that tell
good
you
friends,
about Lala?
I like to be teased.
that's just
I would say she's a
interesting.
masochist.
Who's a masochist?
One of
You.
our
Candy.
Candy is a masochist?
I mean, she's dating Cthulhu.
Well, that's true.
Masochist.
Masochist.
But I think it's interesting that you called him a bully when somebody on Discord had to get clarification as what I meant by tease. They're like, do you mean like bullying or like sexually?
Do I know this person?
You do very well.
I had a feeling.
You may even live with them.
Oh no. How did he join the server?
Wow.
Special invite code. All right, so I've got one I want to read to you from Discord. It says, I like teasing slowly through the day. Light kissing on the back of the neck. Shoulder rubs with wandering hands. Nibbling along the ridges and lobe of an ear. That voice trailing into a growl as I whisper in said ear. Caught my partner in the kitchen? All of it. As I press my body against their back. Out with my partner, I walk with my hand on the small of their back, fingertips lightly pressing one spot in particular when I tease, slowly training a response every time I tease and press a little harder. Occasional hypnosis, leaving a trigger to replay all the feelings they experience when I tease, slowly and sensually building up through the day. Then, finally, when I have them where I want them, telling them they can come, but I'm not stopping until I have. Knowing they're not going to be able to move for a while after. Teasing begins again from that moment, while they're helpless and drifting through headspace. Papanov.
That's a lot. That's a long tease.
It was all day.
All
Into the
day.
night.
The whole time
day.
you're reading it, after saying like, "Oh yeah, you know this person," I'm like, I don't remember Anemic ever doing any of this to me.
That's because she's training it slowly.
Now I've heard of people doing that for like teasing for like an entire week prior to things happening. Just doing all the little things that their partner enjoys with no payoff and no promise of payoff.
I like to torment Heckler.
It's okay, Lala. I am a fan of bullying, hence why I'm with Gigantor, who was a huge bully. Gigantor, are you a huge bully?
Oh, totally. Like, what did Lala not say too long ago?
Tormentor is.
Tormentor.
Ooh. Do
And
we have another name for him now?
name change.
Well, I also call Bradler that, so.
Oh, that's kind of awkward. Then you're mixing up your men.
Oh my.
Sorry.
Okay, anyway, to continue. Though recently, I've been with someone who enjoys edging me while throwing in some affectionate degradation. Starts with some light, barely there touches all over, slowly ramping up the pressure, and then back to light touches again. When I get bratty or ask for any increase in pressure, he teases me by saying that I'm greedy or my pleasure belongs to him and not me.
Oh.
That reaction, Lala.
That's mean and hateful. I love it.
Wow. He now jokes that when I say you're so mean, that is code for I'm so fucking wet right now. So occasionally he'll be bullying me in front of other people and say, "Oh, am I so mean?" and raise a brow because we both know what that's code for. It's funny because they put in LOL and then Lala laughs for it.
She is our LOL.
All right, he's also a fan of grabbing my thighs or discreetly tugging my hair when we're in places where I can't audibly react. Or he'll lean over and whisper something dirty in my ear and then go on pretending as if nothing happened. I have definitely taken a lot out of his playbook when I feel like teasing my girlfriend.
Nice.
Interesting. Now, not knowing who they are talking about, I see a lot of you in that description for some reason, like
Just randomly teasing.
the teasing in public mostly. Like
Oh yeah. No, I love that stuff. That's fucking beautiful. And now, Lala, are you okay?
Good times.
I'm good. I just
Where are your hands right now?
they're behind my back.
Oh, okay.
Wait, is that your position?
For submissive pose.
I don't have a pose, but I don't know why when I get giddy or like.
I think she enjoyed it a lot.
Okay, listen. So Gigantor, you were going to tell us about the Greek something or other about teasing or Tanalonia or whatever.
Yeah, so I was gonna give you like a brief rundown of like where we get it from. And basically, it comes from the name of a Greek king named Tantalus.
That's not where I get it from.
Oh, where do you get it from?
I'll show you in a little bit.
Ooh.
Oh my.
But basically, long story short, he offered the gods to come to a banquet where he would feed them like the best meal ever. What he ended up doing though is he killed his firstborn son and served him as like the meal. And then like the gods kind of had a feeling like something was going on. One god didn't quite know what was going on, took a bite out of it, and then Zeus punished him for serving human flesh for the meal. So his punishment is he is always around like this low-hanging fruit, and he's in like a puddle of water. But and he's always like hungry and thirsty. Whenever he goes to reach the fruit, the branch lifts up so he can't reach it. Whenever he like bends down to get a drink of water, it goes further and further down.
So
Wow.
definitely tantalizing and teasing.
Okay, we're going full Greek then.
Full
Because
Greek?
do you know where there's a version of like the Greek version of where where werewolves come from? And it's very much that same story. There's a king who uses slaves because there's going to be a huge banquet, and so instead of using his animals, he has some slaves slice up some other slaves and serves them as the feast. And Zeus becomes irate with him for that and comes down and, by punishing him, turns him into a wolf.
Yep.
What is it with people in ancient Greece slicing up other
So-
people for dinner?
Well,
like-
the other version of it is instead of slaves that he serves, it's his son as well. So,
So-
like, it's very much...
These are two distinct different ones. That banquet was just like for like other people.
Right.
This one with Tantalus, like he was part of like the first age of man. So like humans and gods were like really close. So he was serving the gods this meal, whereas he was serving just other humans this meal. And since Zeus is like, instead of, along with being like the god of thunder in the sky, he was also, I forget the name of it, but basically he's the god of hospitality, of being a good host.
Oh.
So doing that is a bad host. So
Right.
he smites people down.
So did the person serve the baby because he thought the gods would enjoy it?
No, it was like a full-grown man that he killed. His son was like fully grown, and he thought like, what is the most rare meat imaginable? Man.
OMG.
No one is serving man. 'Cause
No.
He did it to like kind of honor the gods, but in the way it kind of like bit him.
Dishonored
think?
him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what the gods did is they were able to revive the son. But since a god took a bite out of him already, they had to get like a special shoulder made for him. Yeah.
Okay.
I never read Greek mythology,
It's very interesting.
and yeah, maybe I need to do that. Interesting.
Either read it or listen to it on Audible. I got a good book.
All right.
We are
it's
not
not mine,
sponsored by
I wish.
Audible yet. Hey, Audible, we would love to be sponsored by you if you are looking for a kinkier audience for your books.
Yes.
If you want to listen to a gay British man talk about Greek tales, I got the perfect book for you.
I love gay men, British style type.
Bridge style.
I don't care. I love accents.
Captain, you've seen Lord of the Rings, right?
I have.
You know the guy who's in charge of Lake Town?
Vaguely.
He's like old orange hair guy.
Yes.
Yep. He is the one that did the books.
Oh, interesting.
Interesting. I know who you're talking about.
Yeah. You do?
Yes,
Oh.
Lala likes Lord of the Rings.
I do.
Oh.
She's a loader friend.
Hold on. The surprise from Gigantor.
No, I was like, you know what I'm talking about?
No, here's the thing. Lala does have nerd cred. Not a lot, but she's enough.
I mean, some.
That's it. Enough.
Do we need to read this whole meaning thing or about tantalognia?
I mean, you don't have to.
Would you like me to read some of it? Anybody?
Like, I think you don't need to read like the background or like the suffix. Just be like, the teasing isn't often sexual, and then continue.
The teasing is often sexual in nature, although this is not always the case. For a person with tantalognia to achieve sexual gratification, they must typically be teased over a sustained period of time. People with
edging.
Tantalognia. How were you saying it?
How was I saying it?
Yeah.
Tantalognia.
Tantalognia.
Let's just call it Tantalalala or I can't say it. Damn.
Lalagnia.
Yeah, I was gonna put Lala's name in it, but it's like, it turns to like this weird stutter.
Tantalalagnia.
Yeah, Talalala.
Yeah.
Tantalagnia.
People with this kink fetish may enjoy verbal and physical humiliation as practiced by some people in the BDSM relationships. Tease and denial and tie and tease games may appeal to people with tantalagnia.
I'm so sorry for all the people who can like English and grammar and all that. They're probably yelling at us like you're botching it.
Hold on. Hey, listeners, if you know how to properly pronounce that word, please let us know by calling into Candy Sweet Box and leaving us a message with the proper pronunciation.
805-303-1173.
You can also call that number to enter the word of the day, which is going to be tantalagnia.
And we will take any spelling, but if you put Lala in the middle of it, hey, maybe we'll give you an extra entry.
I would give them an extra entry if they tried to spell it correctly.
Yeah.
No, extra entry if they actually call and verbally say it.
Yeah, and
Ooh,
pronounce
there we
it
go.
correctly.
Yeah.
Well, we don't know what the correct pronunciation.
No, like you can always just pull up on Google Translate, but
Yeah,
it's just
that's
always hard to make that come across. But yeah,
And it may not be on Google Translate.
yeah, it's an English word.
You think it'll be there?
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's an English word.
I'm pretty sure it will.
The robot can pronounce it.
Can the robot pronounce it?
Yes, we have advanced AI in this day
Because
and age.
the robot cannot pronounce many roads here in Bakersfield.
But Lala, you know that the robot can pronounce things properly.
Why do I know that?
Oh, you don't remember that episode?
Apparently not. The
One where you were
AI?
so sure that you knew the pronunciation of a word, and then we did it on.
Dang, Navatron. I kind of remember that episode. I don't remember what the word was, but
It's okay. It's okay. The listeners will go back and I'm sure let us know.
yes.
Hey, Steve,
Yeah.
you have a section,
A section?
a whole section.
A whole section, something you do every week. You give us an Insta.
Oh, Kinky Insta of the Week?
Yeah,
Yeah.
can you give us that information? We'd
I
love
can.
to hear it.
She's a doctor, though. Is that okay?
Of course, doctors are the best.
Awesome. This one will be Dr. Shamika Thorpe. It's at Dr. Shamika. She is a sexuality researcher and educator that is making research relevant when it comes to sexuality and exploring and knowing our own bodies. Her research centers on Black women's sexual well-being. She is a co-founder of the Minority Sex Report, which is a space for people of color to have conversations about sexuality.
Which is something that does not happen enough in those communities.
True.
Well, good for her. That's awesome.
Yeah, we're gonna have to recommend her to Anemic.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have her listen.
Yeah, like there was recently like a Zoom convention, and they had like a Black Kinksters panel on it, and she enjoyed it so much.
Oh, good.
Nice.
Yeah,
This one is like some of these they have memes and stuff on their Instagram as well as like educational. She is pretty much straight up education. So you're not going to find a lot of like laughable, kind of comedy such stuff, but you will definitely
You'll
get
learn
educated.
something.
Yep.
Thanks for sharing that.
So one more time, what was the name of that Instagram?
Dr. Shamika at Dr. Shamika.
At Dr. Shamika. DR.
DR?
Yeah, DR Shamika.
At the little at symbol. Well, I guess you don't need that, huh? Just DRSHEMEKA.
All right.
And
Beautiful.
it will be in the show notes.
Yes, because Steve is smart like that.
He's learning.
Hey, you did a good job for last week's episode.
Did you like that?
I did. Even though I somehow ended up tied up and thrown in the basement.
Hogtied.
Oh, I didn't read the notes. I gotta go back and read the notes.
God.
Wait, so who untied you?
Was it me?
How'd you get out?
Was it me? I did it.
You did what?
Lucifer
Hold on.
Llama did it.
Did you tie me up or did you untie me?
I untied you.
Okay.
I need to figure out who tied you and get with
Lucy
them later on.
chewed the ropes off.
I don't even want to know.
No?
Anyway,
Okay.
I don't know.
Welcome back, Lala. Welcome to the Gotham Press Podcast.
Thanks.
You know
Thanks.
what? Here's the thing. I can't tell you that, Antor. See, I know a little bit about being discreet with things. Discretion is important.
It is
Is it?
important.
You know what else is important now is we need a FetLife fetish that's like hog tying awesome.
No.
We do. It's true.
And
It's
do
true.
everything to do with it.
I love it. And if I had a pen, I'd write it down.
Or would it just be like throwing hogtied awesome downstairs or something, or into basement?
Wow.
No.
Wow.
No, or just hogtie awesome.
I got to be careful where I'm stepping with this one because I already got in trouble last week.
What'd you get in trouble for?
In trouble.
What'd you get in trouble for?
Discretion.
What did you do?
A lot of things.
Oh, no.
He's being discreet about it right now.
Apparently. Do you know what discretion means?
Not really. Discretion is when you don't want other people to know what's going on, right? So it's like if you're going to be discreet about something, then you're not just screaming it across the restaurant like, hey, let's go to the bathroom and let me finger you real quick.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you're just kind of like, psst, here, hey.
It's really important in this lifestyle. Can I read you the definition?
I wish you would.
Okay. The quality of behavior or speaking in such a way as to avoid causing offense or revealing private information.
Yeah, I'm horrible at discretion.
But
But I'm great about being discreet about the community.
That's
Yeah.
good. That's good. It's just a way to show respect to others, in the lifestyle by not outing them.
Oh, right. So like even if I'm at the library and I see you, then I don't just say, hey, Lala, how's it going? How are you? It's good to see you. Like
I haven't seen you since the last play party where
Right,
you
exactly.
got whipped by,
How are the bruises? Are they healing
Yeah,
good?
exactly. You don't want to do that. That's disrespectful.
All I'm
That's-
thinking, sorry, Lala.
Go ahead.
All I'm thinking is, that's ABC from the party. I'm going to go over there. I'm just going to poke them in the spot I know is bruised.
Ooh,
Without warning.
that's not cool.
Yeah, see, that's not being discreet.
I'm going to hog tie you. Yep.
Like I've seen so many people from the community just around and about, and I just ignore them because I don't know what their protocol is on it.
Right.
So I just put blinders on.
Yeah.
And if
Exactly.
they approach me, awesome.
Right.
Yeah, that's why I generally tell people whenever I'm meeting somebody, like for the first time or even for the second time, like they'll come and ask, like, so if I see you around, like, I don't care. I moved here. I'm away from pretty much anybody that would care about that. When I moved here, 99% of the people I know are in the community. So
Right.
I still struggle with it, but I usually catch myself. So like if I saw you out, I'd be like, check it. Okay.
That's fine.
I'm not,
Actual
I'm
name.
not gonna say anything. I'm just gonna act like I don't know you. I guess
that is an interesting thing, though, that you bring up, though. People so used to calling somebody else by their scene name. It's like, hey, wait, no, what's his actual name?
Yeah.
dude.
that's
80% of the people that in our community, I don't have a clue what their real name is.
true. It's true.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Lala's forgotten mine.
No, I know yours.
It's just defaulted to Shark Boy now.
I know all three of your names, so
Whoa.
I even have you in my phone as the real name.
Oh, okay.
I know, right?
No,
Let's not talk about people in our phones.
Oh, okay. So, do you guys know what being outed is?
yes.
Yep,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
Yes. Should we share that with our listeners just in
We
case they're
should.
new and they don't know?
Please, I'll share.
It's letting people not in the lifestyle know about people that are in the lifestyle, basically. About the activities that they do and the lifestyle they live.
And you may be thinking that outing is only for like gay people, and you're right to not out a gay person that you know is gay, that is come out to you, but you have to also use that same thinking towards the kink lifestyle in general and kinksters.
I was going to say, technically, outing can be done in any aspect, any knowledge that other people like. If I was,
But I mean, most vanillas are going to know it from like the gay.
from outing a gay person.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's accidental outing,
Oh, those are bad.
and there is malicious outing.
That's even worse.
Yeah, I'm gonna say accidental outing is something that whenever we're having actual in-person munches, Shock talks about pretty much every munch.
It's when you're at like a munch or Wicked and you're in a public setting, but you're in maybe your own room, but maybe the doors don't close all the way, or you're on a patio and people walking by can hear you, and you're new and you're excited. Or even me, I am so loud when I get to see my friends and I just get really boisterous. I may say something inappropriate that lets the people outside know that we're kinky mofos in here.
Does Lala get loud?
And
When she moans and
And
gets
that's-
real high pitched squeaky.
And that is what we refer to as accidental outing. I didn't mean to. I wasn't,
Well, that's a version of
It
yes.
is a virgin.
A virgin? It is a virgin?
It is a virgin. It's a version
So
of accidental.
Before
outing.
we move forward,
Yes.
What should you do if you accidentally out somebody? What do you feel is the proper reaction to have? Like, if I accidentally outed you, would you want me to, like, should I apologize to you immediately? Should we pretend it didn't happen? Like, I don't know what to do. Like,
Well,
I feel so awkward.
Here's
now.
the thing: you may not know in the moment that you actually outed them.
Right.
Oh,
Yeah.
good point.
'Cause
Unless it's like
an
really
accident.
blatant.
Right.
Yeah.
True.
Like the example that Shock generally gives at the munches is a husband and wife. The husband was in the community, but his wife didn't know. And he's in the store, and somebody else from the community just either waves to him or says hi to him. And his wife is all of a sudden like, well, who the fuck is that?
Right.
How do you know that person?
True.
I don't know them. I know all of your friends. Who the fuck is that? So now they've been outed accidentally. And the person that just waved or said hi,
Has no idea.
They
had-
just kept going. They didn't know that they just caused a turmoil in the marriage.
Yeah.
Right.
So in the moment, you don't know. In the moment, if you know, then suddenly it's like, oh, fuck. You should definitely leave that situation because you don't want to cause more.
Yeah,
Thing.
because you could
Okay.
escalate just by being there.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, at least that's my opinion.
I guess that would change depending on the situation and the person too, huh?
Yeah.
So there's not a blanket way to handle that.
There is not. The blanket way to handle that is do your best to not out somebody.
Right, but I'm saying if you do,
If it does happen, I get
Right.
it. Lala, you had more on this?
I was gonna just go into like the malicious way.
Okay.
Yeah.
So maybe Shark Boy and I we did a thing. We had a fling, and I got mad because
Congratulations, Shark Boy.
he wasn't teasing me properly, and I have had enough. And I'm just gonna go tell Anemic, hey, you don't know this, but Shark Boy was trying to mess around with me.
Terrible example because you'd be like, "Yay!"
Ah, damn it. Okay, but
But in a
if
general-
she didn't
in a
know,
general
Yeah.
if she didn't know you were messing around with me, then like I just outed you
For doing
Yeah.
that.
for doing that. If she was, you know what I mean. I mean, maybe that was a really bad example, but
But
we understand what you're saying.
okay, good.
yeah.
So that's malicious. That's hateful. That's mean.
I was gonna say I have an example, not one
Please.
that I've lived with, but
Sure.
an example would be, hey, Lala,
Yes.
you and I are in the community. We're a happy couple, and something happens. We break up for whatever reason.
Mm-hmm.
You're not happy about the breakup, so you go to my family that has no idea. Like, do you know what he really does?
Right. That's a bad,
Yeah,
bad.
the sharp. Damn it, Gigantor. The look on
Which name am I today?
You're both.
I was about to say Shark Boy. I apologize. Gigantor, the look on your face that you had right there. What was that?
Well, because like I've had a similar situation, but I wouldn't say it was. Oh, what was the word?
Malicious?
Malicious. It wasn't malicious. Like with bad intent. Mm-hmm. Like because I was outed to my family.
Right, you told us this on the
Yeah.
podcast before.
So like I feel like that's a third category where it's not malicious and it's not accidental.
it's intentional, but they didn't do it in a
Mean
mean way.
way.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, I'm going to share this information, and hopefully it goes well.
Yeah, just like
Ignorance.
It's just ignorance. So just like hearing that's just kind of like reminding me of it. Like, ugh.
I apologize. We did not mean to trigger you.
Oh no,
during this
it's not
podcast.
triggering. I'm like, it's just like, oh yeah, that did happen. Damn.
So, going into like if you are angry and bitter at a partner and you want to get back at them, just please take some breaths and think about the consequences, because you can ruin their whole life. You can ruin their job. You can destroy their family. You can lose their home. Everything, like everything. And maybe that's not your intent by, haha, guess what? But you don't know how other people are going to react. And there are so many, Bible thumpers out there that think this lifestyle is the demon and the devil, and, that you just don't know how people are going to react.
And if it is your intent to cause that kind of disaster in somebody else's life, fuck you.
I agree.
Yep. I refer back to my Utah comment.
Right.
So I just want you guys to know out there, you listeners, that in our community here in Bakersfield, we have a 0 tolerance for malicious outing or malicious behavior towards anyone, and you will be removed from the community and you will not be invited back.
Yep.
So just so you know. Now, if you have been outed and you need to talk to someone, definitely reach out to the community to try to get some help on how to handle the situation, how to smooth it over. Because there's a lot of people here who have experienced situations and can give a little bit of advice. Because it can be scary and hard. Yes.
Definitely.
Yep.
Yeah. Shark Boy's nodding hard.
Or it can traumatize you.
And don't retaliate, Don't retaliate. Don't do
Well,
what they did.
Here's the thing. That is great advice, but saying that sometimes doesn't factor in how they're feeling in the moment.
Yes, in the moment, I know.
Yeah.
That's why I'm saying.
Yeah. Think about it.
Think about it. Breathe. Like, realize.
Try your best to not be that person.
Somebody actually, when I was young and impressionable, instilled upon me some knowledge. It said, vengeance is a dish best served cold. And so is revenge.
So, like, a bowl of ice cubes?
So just give it
Down
time.
the pants?
Just give it time.
I was thinking ice cream. Like, just mend everything over with ice cream.
What's your favorite kind of ice cream?
Oh, like... Right now, I've been on this weird binge from, like, a Foster's place with, like, Reese's Pieces and Butterfingers. It's just so
it's
good.
way too bougie.
It's way too bougie. Oh, you want me to go with Ben and Jerry's Half Baked?
No, that's fucking expensive. I'm thinking Thrifty's ice cream, 2 for $1 scoops or whatever it is. I don't even know anymore. It's been so long.
It's like $1.
Can we ever go
scoop,
outside again?
No.
What's outside?
Let's go back to talking about discreetness.
Yes, let's do that.
Let's be discreet.
Have any of you, I know, Gigantor, you've been outed by your family, to your family.
Yep.
Anybody else have a situation? Because I have something I need to bring up.
I've kind of outed myself to my mom's side of the family because they're all like just crazy anyway and they don't care. Mm-hmm.
How'd they take it?
More curious than anything. They're like, so what is that? Is that like, so you're like, you want to get chained up and like put in a gimp suit and shoved in a closet? And I'm like,
Hold on.
Exactly.
I'm sorry. They actually knew the term gimp suit?
Well, I'm pretty sure they said from that guy from Pulp Fiction.
Oh.
But I mean, so they were curious about it more than anything else. But like my dad's side, there's no way that information could ever. Well, it could if I no longer wish to have that relationship.
Oh.
Like it would be over and done.
Devastating?
By you no longer have a son.
Oh, wow.
So
Wow.
Yeah.
That is a deep disdain there.
Yep. And it's interesting because they would have no. I don't know. It just whatever. Anyway.
Deep breath. It's okay, man. You're among friends.
No, I know. I just don't know
I
how
don't know
to
about Gigantor, but
I don't know how to explain their. I want to say ignorance, but
You don't have to
don't want to be
explain.
demeaning at the same time. Like because it's a willful ignorance. It's like
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
all of kink is tied in with everything evil and wrong
The
and
devil.
yes. And I'm like, okay, well, you've never had a fucking relationship in your life that's worked out, so I don't know why you're trying to tell me anything anyway. But okay,
Well, obviously, regardless of what relationships they've had or have not had, they're doing it right. So you have to do it just like they did.
right.
So
There's some issues there.
can I ask, Thief, why did you tell your family?
Because I just didn't give a shit.
Okay.
Oh.
A couple of them were very different leaning political wise, and we kind of clashed over that. And I was like, you know what? Fuck it. If we're just going to keep like these little streams going of like back and forth, let's just kick the fucking gate open. And here's me. Here I am. What's
Okay.
up?
Okay.
And they're like, no. I'm like, all right, then bye.
So
But for-
awesome. You haven't like outed yourself or
I think his existence is an outing.
I have not. Okay, so in Bakersfield, anybody who knows me, for the most part, knows who I am and what I'm about. Anybody in my family, actually, I tell you that I have like 2 cousins that know, just because one of my cousins happened to be living with me when I initially got into things.
okay.
I say fear, but that's not really the right word, is my mother finding out. Because I really don't want to have that conversation. But at the same time, I've been thinking lately, like, maybe I should just say, because a lot of times we'll have conversations and I'll have to like, oh, can't talk about that. But I'm like, I want to, because she'll be like, so what'd you do? Nothing.
What would your mom do if she found out that you were sharing her cookies with a bunch of sinners?
You know, I don't. Okay, so get this. So little real life for awesome here. I haven't seen my mother in a few years now, and she called me. And was like, "All right, son, I need to see you because it's been too long. We talk all the time, but you know, I haven't seen you. So the plan was initially, hey, was going to come out to California and go down to San Diego, get a hotel there, and we were just going to spend time, you know, in between the convention stuff. That obviously isn't working out because of COVID. So
Right.
then the next plan was, she's like, well, where in Cali can we go? I'm like, well, I haven't been to San Francisco yet. Okay, let's see about there. Oh, those hotels are all old. I don't really like that. I know, son. How about we go to Vegas? My first thought in my head was, I don't know if I want to go to Vegas with my mother. But to bring this all back around, my next thought was, I wonder if I should, you know, have this conversation while in Vegas. I'm like, I don't know.
I would definitely go to Vegas with my mom.
I wouldn't.
Because you can do.
go to Vegas with Captain's mom?
Get back on the microphone if you're going to say
That's not
something.
mine.
I thought you were one of them.
No, I was. No,
No, there's something else happening.
but thank you.
I was gonna grab it, and then I remembered that the one time that I did to take a drink, like all the ice moved, and I was like, "No, I don't want the ice to move."
While Captain's like telling us like his life story right there, like Thief and Lala are just like having this back and forth. On my side, I thought Lala was asking Thief for like a sip of his drink, and I'm like, oh, okay, I'll just go get the drink. I can't handle him teasing her like this.
Hey, we just talked about teasing. Maybe she was into
I
it.
was like it. I'm actually like my back is sore, so I'm rubbing my shoulders on my chair. So I was
Then why'd you point?
because he was trying to get his drink.
And she was pointing at him to stop.
No, I was pointing at him to just do it.
Just do it. Do it.
But then he started mimicking me, trying to rub out my shoulders.
Oh, you're trying to rub one out?
Oh, the shoulders.
Yeah, my shoulders are killing me, and I was just rubbing it on the chair. Oh. Okay, sorry, but let's go back. So you're thinking about telling your mom, and you know, I wouldn't go to Vegas with her. I'd take her somewhere else,
Why not go to Vegas?
San
There's
Diego
so much to do
or
in Vegas. It doesn't have
Santa
anything
Barbara,
to
or like take her to a beach. Is she on a beach? Does she have a beach?
She lives in Florida.
Oh, you don't
Never
take her to the
mind.
beach. Our beaches suck.
Never mind.
But it's just a matter of, well, that was her idea, was Vegas, because she's been to Vegas multiple times with different family members. And
Ew.
I mean, look, here's the thing. We go to Vegas to have that kind of fun.
Yeah.
Other people go to Vegas with their family. So I'm like, okay, maybe I'll see a different side of Vegas. Because I've been to Vegas once before, and that was with my the person I was dating at the time. Mm-hmm. And I saw that side of Vegas.
Okay.
So this will be a different side of Vegas. Maybe I'll enjoy it. Maybe I'll like, okay, I can go to Vegas with anybody. Maybe I'll come back and on that episode be like, never again in life. But I am willing to have this experience, going to Vegas with family just to kind of see how. And the other fucking horrendous part is my uncle butt dialed me. And so I called back because I didn't, like, what do you want? And he's like, so nephew, my sister tells me that you all are going to Vegas. Maybe me and my wife will make our way down there so we can visit you all. So now it's really going to be a family trip. I'm like, okay, now I don't think I would be safe coming out like that.
Well, is there a way for you to tell your mom without?
No, I'm that's fine. It's just a matter of my uncle is an ex-Marine, and I really don't feel like dealing with that if he has I doubt he'd have like a quote-unquote bad reaction. But I don't want to risk that.
Why does he need to know though?
Because,
or do you think your mom would tell
because
him?
That's her brother, and yeah.
It could just be like how close they are.
Right.
So,
Yeah. It'd be like, do you know what the fuck my son said to me? And my mother doesn't even talk like that. That's the reaction I'm seeing in my head.
Right.
All right. Lala, I'm sorry. I've taken over your section. You had something to share.
My son is moving home.
Oh.
One of my sons. And
the older one or the younger one?
The younger one. And with Heckler's, with the mini dungeon in the driveway. Modi. And Heckler being over all the time and just the comfort level that we have right now and everything. I talked to Rooster about it and I talked to Heckler about it, and I'm like, I feel like we should just tell him. But then if we tell him, we have to tell the older brother because
you don't have to.
It would be unfair to the younger.
Okay,
yeah, I get that.
So it would be unfair to the older brother for the younger brother to try to.
It'd be unfair to the younger brother to have to keep the secret.
To have to keep the secret, or for the older brother to find out from the younger brother accidentally or whatever, and be like, "She told you, but she didn't tell me."
Right.
That's how they are. They're very.
But you could excuse that as well. He was coming home, so we felt the need to tell him.
But the thing is, like, you don't want to make one child like an accomplice in
exactly
in a hidden secret.
Yeah.
Oh well, maybe not you guys.
And I feel like the way I raised them, I think I've raised them like racially, sexually, all of that very accepting. So I just feel like
hopefully your lessons. Hopefully they took those lessons to heart.
Yeah. So, but it's scary at the same time because, he's 21 and they talk, and I don't really know that I want his girlfriend to know because she is a feminist, which is nothing wrong with that, except that.
If anything, I feel like this is more empowering.
I was about to say, like, from my understanding for the feminists that I have spoken with in regards to this, not this specific thing, but a similar sort of thing, like, women in kink, is that empowering to them? They're like, as long as she's not being forced to do it, as long as she's doing it under her own free will, she's fine.
But the fact that I'm submissive to a man,
she's that kind of feminist.
I think she would really disrespect me for that. So, like, I don't want to share the kink aspect.
So here's where you say,
but at the same time,
I am a submissive to my man. I am not a submissive to my son's girlfriend. So if you want to cop a little fucking attitude, you can take your ass and get right the fuck out of my house.
That's Thief's opinion or his way to deal with it. Another thing is, like, you don't have to tell them the details.
Right, and that wasn't my plan. My thought was, because I wasn't sure about the girlfriend, letting her know was just to say, hey, we're in this open relationship.
And that's fine.
Yeah.
And everybody's cool with it, and both Heckler and Rooster are both happy to be in the room when we tell them. But I don't. What? Should I not have them in the room?
I would have Rooster.
Yeah, I would have Rooster, not Heckler.
Oh.
Yeah.
Because it could come across wrong, and
even just their initial reaction to it may
Yeah.
be bad, and you know,
Like, do they know Heckler?
Oh yeah, heck yeah. They've known him for 15 years. Yeah.
How do they view Heckler?
As my best friend, as a friend, and they call Heckler too to help with things.
Oh, then I think it's fine.
Okay.
Because like if
Even their dad calls Heckler to come do things.
'Cause-
So
right.
like
so knowing that, like if like they didn't have that level of interaction with Heckler, bad idea. But since they have his number and they contact him,
yeah, he's basically part of your family.
Yeah.
Like,
he is part of the family. I mean, even my ex-husband, like literally, he's over at their house also.
Here's the funny thing that I see happening.
Okay.
You have this conversation with both of them, and suddenly it's like, hold on, I need to make a phone call. What the fuck did you do with my mother?
So, well, the reason I'm bringing this up is because I want to do it. I want to do it with discretion, and I want to make sure that they don't find out on accident by walking in on us or coming home and seeing Modi rockin', or
plus, they would then form opinions and ideas that are not true. Like they'd be like thinking that you're having an affair. And,
exactly.
Like, how do I tell dad?
Yeah, like
So how many boys you got?
Two.
Just the two?
Yeah.
So, honestly, just get them together at once and just band-aid it. Just like rip it off quick. And if they have questions, then then
And
it's an
they-
open forum.
they may not want to know either. They may be like, all right, cool, I gotta go.
Yeah. Like, yeah. Like you could just be like overthinking it because again, these are your boys. Who knows your boys better than you?
Yeah.
They
So-
do.
They're girlfriends.
Thief
There's only one girlfriend.
Oh,
that you know of.
well, then they should really be okay with it then.
Well done, Thief. Well done.
No. Well, here's the funny.
Oh?
Is that my oldest son took this girl to prom,
And now she's dating the
and now
younger
she's
son.
dating the younger one.
And I think she just wants to be part of the family. I don't care. I don't think they care like which one it is. It could be Rooster Ball. They care.
Oh wow.
Oh no.
One of them.
Oh, real quick.
Yeah.
Just something that this has made me think of. I heard this probably maybe 4 or 5 years ago. Woman comes home, finds her son in her room. She's, what? Did you need something? Yeah, I found this thing and wanted to know what it was. And he's holding her nipple clamps.
How old is the son?
The son, he's like old, like I want to say like late teen, something like that.
Okay.
So she's like, "Oh, that is." She makes up whatever excuse she can.
Right.
Not the real. So finally, he comes. He looks her dead in the face, like, "Well, if you don't know what nipple clamps are, you're not old enough to have these." So it could be this. Like, look, son, we're in a poly relationship. Okay, all right, I'm done. Is that all you needed?
Right? Are you gonna cook dinner or anything?
Right.
Okay, so but the younger one keeps asking what the podcast is about too. So like, do
So
I
now-
just
Well, here's the thing.
vomit it and be like, okay, I'm tired of hiding secrets. This is it, and don't ask me more questions.
Well,
Just,
you might as well
I mean,
because
I don't know.
you might as well because like our very last pre-COVID like Christmas party that we had, you had one of them come.
That
down.
was the one I need to tell.
Yeah, so like he knows something is up. Like,
Well, it's a cult. Is what he calls it.
He
Oh,
may
the
know a lot more than you think he does too.
Right.
He may know all of this shit already.
like how old is he?
21.
21. Okay.
He's on enough to listen to the
He,
podcast.
he honestly, Lala, he's looked at Pornhub. He's been on those websites. Just tell him.
All right. Okay.
Well, you don't know. Maybe he grew up to be a good kid and believes in the single relationship for the rest of his life.
He's been 18 for 3 years, and that's not even going into what it was before 18.
Before, yeah.
How long has he had a smartphone? Just tell him.
Okay. So listeners, I hope me discussing my personal issues and having to share
Discretion.
this discretionary tale helps you possibly if you are ever in the same situation. So if you have any comments or questions and want to know how it went, I guess we'll share that.
I definitely want to know how it went.
We'll share that
Like,
when
I'm
it
very
happens.
curious because I'm curious too, like, if they're going to have questions, what they are, if they do want to listen to the podcast, and if they do listen to the podcast,
Where do they start?
where do they start, and in what episode do they go, I can't fucking do it, dude. That's my mom.
No. You start them at the beginning, long before Lala's ever on here.
At what point do they become a guest?
Oh.
Well, see, I think the older one would totally be a guest. He's a talker.
But could you be here for it? How would you feel listening to
It depends on what the topics were, to be honest. And he's a virgin, so, I mean...
Wait, hold on. Wait, what?
The oldest.
There could still be
The
a
youngest
lot of,
is not. The oldest is.
There could still be a lot of exploration going on without
There could be.
losing the
He
virginity.
doesn't have a girlfriend. He hasn't had a... No, he doesn't.
And since when does having a girlfriend
Yeah,
mean?
Lala, like the girlfriend doesn't mean anything
I
on that
promise
front.
you, he has not had sex.
No, I'm not doubting you. I'm just saying that having a girlfriend does not preclude you
I
from having sex.
understand, but...
See, where's
I
that
just-
whisper app?
he's Also... oh, my gosh.
Wow.
Gosh.
Breathe, Lala.
I
It's
think
okay.
this was our show.
Well, actually, I had one thing
Okay.
that I meant to bring up earlier and forgot.
Wait, we still have to circle back to Awesome and
About-
your mom.
Oh, why do we have to circle back to me and my mom?
Like, because now I'm invested.
Why do
Now
we
I
gotta
wanna
talk about
know-
his mommy issues?
Because they're available.
Look, you leave my
to
mommy
us.
out of this.
Like, is there a way to like slip it in when you're like taking her?
Wait,
to the
wait,
Oh,
Okay, bad use of words in that, but like to tell her.
Is there a way to have the
About-
conversation?
Yes, like with very limited time left before you
oh.
have to part ways.
Well, you know what? Here's the thing. That's not a conversation. That's not a conversation starter that I want to start at. If I'm going to have the conversation, I want to have time to have the conversation.
do you feel like you need to have the conversation in person? That was another question. Do I do this in person or
Yes.
do I put
Yes.
this on?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, because here's the thing. I've had ample.
Yeah, that's why I asked you. Like, can you get both of them together?
Yeah. But do you want to do it in person?
Here's the thing.
also?
I've had ample opportunity to have the conversation over the phone.
Right.
But this, for me, for the relationship me and my mother have, I don't feel this is an over the phone conversation. This is an in person conversation if we're going to have it.
Okay.
Have you prepared yourself for any reactions in multiple different ways she may reply to you?
Here's my thing. As long as she doesn't try to stab me, I can weather whatever the fuck it is.
But I mean, what if she comes
So when
back
she
with-
hog ties you and throws you down the stairs, you're good with it with
That's
that
who
doll?
it was.
With the doll?
Lala, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
What were you saying,
If
Steve?
she comes back at you with, well, who's your favorite toy maker? Because I've always preferred this person.
Well, then that means we can have great fucking conversations.
But I mean, is that like,
okay.
are you okay with, are you going to
Yeah.
pass out if that happens?
No, I'll be fine.
But what if she goes, "Hey, I got this vlogger right here. It's from Thief's Touch." How like,
I'll be like, I know that guy.
Does she know your nickname is awesome?
She does not actually.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
oh, so you're just
called-
Captain?
Yeah, she's
No.
called-
Here's the thing. The Captain Awesome nickname came about after I got into the community. So prior to being in the lifestyle, I never had that nickname.
Did you get into lifestyle before you came out here?
About a year before I came out here, yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
That was part of the thing is like, I'm going to move to California and I am interested in this. I should probably like feel this out a little bit before I move. And so I did, and I just dove headfirst in.
Nice.
So, and then, I'm still swimming around, so cool. But all right, is that what you needed to know?
Yep. That was what I needed to know.
All right, glad I could educate you. So here's my thing. I saw something when I was at work today. And when I saw it, I was like, what the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? And my coworker was like, oh, that's been the thing for like 2 years. Like, but that's not how that should be. Thief, of Chuck E. Cheese.
Yes.
Yes.
Of course.
Yep,
Like
yep.
it was around my generation.
Chuck E. Cheese,
Okay.
where a kid can be a kid.
Imagine Chuck E. Cheese in your mind.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you talking about the mascot change?
Is this Chuck E. fucking Cheese to you?
Yes.
To you, maybe.
No, not to me, but that is how he is now.
No, that is not.
Didn't he wear a bowler hat?
Yes, this is not fucking Charles
that's-
Entertainment Cheese, damn
That's
it.
not Chuck E. Cheese.
Wait, Chuck E. means Charles Entertainment?
Yeah, his
Chuck
middle name
E.
was Entertainment.
Yeah.
Chuck E.
I just
Cheese.
I literally just found this out like
didn't know
a
that.
few weeks ago.
What, his name or that he got
No,
a redesign?
No, the full name is Chuck E. I just found out the redesign today.
Yeah.
The full name. I knew Chuck E. Cheese. I didn't know the E actually stood for something.
I mean, I got to go to Chuck E. Cheese when I was a child maybe 3 or 4 times, and none of those were for my birthday.
It's okay.
They were for other kids'
I don't think I ever went for my birthday. I just went because they had, and I didn't realize that Chuck E. Cheese was owned by Atari.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah, I didn't know that, so that's why they always had the Atari games, which is why I went for the arcade.
Right.
But yeah, this is not my fucking Chuck E. Cheese.
No, I don't even know what that is.
We will post this photo on Discord.
It's like a fucking squirrel or something.
You gotta like post like the picture of the animatronic, and then this
so
Chuck.
creepy.
Yeah, which is why I found out. Well, why I assume at this point. I can't say found out because I didn't look into it. The reason they got rid of the animatronics was because of Five Nights at Freddy's.
Yeah, it traumatized people.
Yeah.
Oh, there's this movie with Nicolas Cage where it's like this weird Chuck E. Cheese ripoff, and he just fights the animatronic.
What?
Yeah.
Yes, I gotta watch it.
I saw that mentioned. I haven't seen it.
I have
though.
never heard of this.
It's new. It's a newer one.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wait, did Nicolas Cage make a Five Nights at Freddy's movie?
People initially
so.
thought it was the Five Nights at Freddy's movie, but it's just something else
They just
with
did.
the same story.
Okay, that works.
Hey, before we go, Shark Boy, do you remember how you got the nickname Shark Boy?
I don't exactly remember how it came up. I think you found out that I love sharks,
Yeah,
and I think that's just what
that's
happened.
all. Wow, I'm lame.
Wait, I
did-
thought you knew.
Hold on.
I
you
can't
didn't
remember. I
Yeah,
can't remember.
Like, I don't remember at all, but you know who I know does remember?
Anemic.
Anemic.
Okay.
Hey,
We'll have to
Anemic,
ask.
go ahead and let us know, please. Hit us up in Discord, as you usually do. Or guess what? Call Candy Sweetbox. Leave a very long and detailed voice message about why
Yes.
he is Shark Boy.
Or,
Yes.
or like, hey, Anemic, like once you get to this part in the podcast, just look over to me and tell me exactly how Lala gave me the name.
No, because we want you to share it with the listeners and us.
And then we'll share it.
Oh, okay, good.
But I want to be the first one to know.
Oh, that's hilarious.
That's funny.
Hey, Shark Boy,
Yes.
final thoughts.
Hi, Josh. A week from now.
What?
What?
Hello. My English is wrong. Hello, Josh. Like a week or so from now, because she's gonna be listening and she's gonna be telling about all this stuff. So I'm just saying hi to my future self.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Putting your actual name out there. Cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is there anything you would like to tell your future self, like the lottery numbers? Oh wait, that wouldn't work.
No, that would not work.
that way.
Damn it.
You have to tell us past.
Don't bet on the World Series this year.
Okay.
There you go.
Thief,
Yes.
final thoughts?
You do not have to relive your trauma, your past trauma, for any fucking body ever. That's it.
Okay. Lala. I think you broke Lala.
You always just come up with something so great that I can't follow it.
All right, so future reference, I need to make sure Lala goes
Yeah,
before you.
yeah. Be discreet. Keep in mind that walls can listen sometimes, and you never know who's on the other side. So make sure you're really private before you start talking about those private things. And reach out to a friend in case you need some support. And we will see you next week. Awesome.
So, real quick, what was the word this week?
Tachycardio Slalangdia.
Tantalangia.
Thank you. Tantalolinea.
All right, so
That's not a microphone.
So I was right.
Yeah, sorry. No, I wasn't putting it on the mic.
Oh.
Because it's going to be bad, so I'm putting it as far away from the mic as possible.
Right.
But I bumped.
So I was correct.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Yeah,
I
you
like
did
that.
good.
Yay. And my final thoughts are if you have to come out to somebody, just rip the Band-Aid off.
Yeah, follow your words.
Well,
I
it
know.
depends on who, though. You don't want to rip the Band-Aid off and shock the holy heck out of them.
I mean, sometimes you do. Like,
Okay.
Yeah, I know that I am, what's the word I'm looking for here?
Hypocritical.
There we go. I am a hypocrite in the highest order in this. But also be comfortable with who you're coming out to. Make sure that it's somebody that you trust. Make sure it's somebody that's not going to have, make sure somebody's going to have your best interest in mind. regardless.
I agree with that.
Make sure you're ready.
I mean, hopefully you're ready before you're just randomly spouting this stuff off.
Yeah, but I mean, sometimes we might feel empowered in a certain moment and think, fuck it, I'm doing it. And then just run out and be like, hey, guess what? I'm a kinkster. And then realize later, probably should have done that. It's like, fuck.
Well, okay, I know we're getting ready to go, but I do have a quick experience I can share.
Oh, please tell.
When I first started the lifestyle, when I was shock doc submissive, I was telling everybody. I was very excited to be in the lifestyle. It was all new, and I was like,
You have sub
everybody. To my vanilla friends, to my job, to my coworkers, to my best friend.
Your job.
Yeah, well, to my coworkers.
Okay, just coworkers.
Even management. No, management. Because we worked very closely together.
Okay.
And they were very accepting and awesome, and they even brought me toys and stuff. And okay,
Maybe I should talk to my coworkers.
That was the good. That was the good situation. The bad situation was I told my best friend, and she basically disowned me. She wouldn't talk to me for like 2 years. And
Are you good now?
we're good now, but I can't share. She
refuses.
She won't. I just pretend like it was a phase in my life, and we don't talk about it, and I can't share that side of me with her because I don't want her to go away again. So that was a mistake I made. I thought she was going to be open and accepting, and she totally was the opposite.
This is not to scare you listeners. Let's just say have a reasonable expectation.
Yeah.
A cautionary tale.
A cautionary tale. Now, one of my coworkers at work, who is a very good friend that we talked about last week, she knows.
Oh,
she did listen to the podcast, and she was laughing and cracking up, and I told the story perfect, and yeah, she loved all the comments that you guys made.
Did she listen?
She has to re-download the podcaster dude,
okay,
so that he can listen. But yeah, she wants him to listen to it.
Okay,
she has to download the guy on the phone directly.
The dude to talk on the phone to do the podcast. Anyway,
right.
So yeah, just use caution and like we were kind of giving some feedback as far as, are you ready for her to say, hey, I like this toy maker, or I need to tell your brother and then, or my uncle or whatever, so.
Yeah, my other side to that is, if she does just like give me that dead eye stare of what the fuck, then I have to live with that at that point.
But then she's not going to disown you, right? I mean,
I doubt that she would, but again, I don't know because I've never had this sort of conversation. And the thing is, if she feels that strongly about it, I just have to be okay with that.
Right.
Another aspect of that too might not be I disown you, but rather I'm disappointed in you, and that can hit a lot fucking
Here's
harder.
the thing, disappoint. It's funny. I understand what you're saying with that, but for me, if she's disappointing me doing this, then fuck it. Okay, you're disappointed. Cool. Are we still good? We still having a good time?
Right.
Cool. You can be disappointed all the fuck you want.
Still sending cookies, right?
Right, exactly. Everybody knows my mom's cookies. Everybody loves them.
Yes, I never got that recipe, by the way. So another situation I had was I was doing an online thing before I met actual people including Shock Doc and stuff. And the online dominant wanted me to do pictures while I basically fucked myself with a dildo, but he wanted a really big dildo, and he wanted
Was he buying you a big dildo?
No, that's all right. I had one. So he wanted a friend to come over and do the pictures. He wanted, like proof and stuff, and he wanted her on the phone and stuff. And so, so I asked another best friend.
Are you still best friends with this best friend?
Let me share.
God.
So she was like, "Oh heck yeah!" And then from there we became girlfriends for several years.
Hold on, Lala. High five.
I know, right?
Good job.
Did you ever meet that Dom in real life?
No, because he was in Paris.
Was he really in Paris, or do you think it's
No, he was. Trust me.
Okay.
He was in Gay Paris.
Yeah, because I mailed him stuff.
Oh
yeah.
wow.
So yeah.
Ah, yes.
I was just thinking back to the days of online chatting from back then, where it was very much probably not who I thought it was.
Oh no, we talked on the phone all the time. The hours were crazy. He had a very thick accent.
You call Paris?
Yeah.
holy shit.
This was 25 years ago.
Right.
Or longer.
But
more.
that's big time international fees to call. Listeners, she just shrugged her shoulders like, I guess.
Hey, I got phone sex. And I wasn't getting any sex. So I was...
You were willing.
Until my girlfriend. In fact, we're still best friends, and it's...
Occasional.
It would be nice. We just haven't had the opportunity. Yeah. And plus, I have Brad.
True. Bradler is a factor.
Yeah, and he can be mean.
Oh, I'm sure you...
Shoot.
Hold on, I'm sorry. I'm sure you... Finger quotes here. Hate that.
I hate that. So, anyway, that's my stories. Those are my experiences.
Just dawned on me that I've had my fingertips in this community for a very long time, much longer than I ever realized.
Okay.
How long?
Back to like 98, 99.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah, there was...
Did you ever go to any of the dungeons?
No.
Oh.
It was all online. But I mean, there was this mistress who... She always had some of the younger men move in with her, like to where she was out of state.
Oh.
And
that sounds dangerous.
Yeah, it sounds predatory.
Okay, yes, very, very dangerous, very predatory. Yes, you're not wrong. But at the time, me and some of the friends that I made in this group would kind of say, "Oh, she's full of shit." They don't actually move. There's no way somebody's doing that, right? Like, there's no way. Like, she's like 60 something. We're all like in our 20s, and then she's got like protectors who live with her too. But then one of them got physical and had to be removed, and like all this whole drama thing just happened. And then I realized that really happened. Like, there's people that I still have contact with, who I've become over time actual friends with and met in real life and stuff, and all of that really happened.
Oh wow!
And I'm like, holy shit.
So you could have had yourself a mistress.
She wanted me to move there really badly.
Like far?
Yeah.
Out of state?
It was like North Dakota or South Dakota.
Oh, wow.
I can see her having a compound out there. Lots of space.
I'm like, this is starting to sound like a cult.
Yeah,
North
that's
Dakota?
what I was thinking.
I don't think it was big enough to be a cult, though.
A cult can be any size.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, have to have believers.
We all had shadow names.
Oh, yeah, cult.
Shadow something or other?
Yeah, like I was Shadow Thief. Because I've had the whole Thief and Dream thing since I was like 13.
Okay.
I thought it up. But
nice.
Yeah, so I was Shadow Thief. And probably had another name, too. Like, some of us made second accounts to try to see how much was bullshit and how much was real. Like...
I mean, that's good.
I've totally done that. I
believe it.
Yeah. Huh. Oh, not asked submissives to move in with me, but made a second account to see if a person would ask me the same questions and tell me the same crap. Yeah.
So you don't have a compound in North Dakota?
Not anymore.
No, because
I'm trying to make a connection.
60.
But this was 60 in like 98.
I'd be 90 now.
97, 98.
Lala is 60 forever.
That's true. No, she was
60.
I'm
Wait
60.
a minute.
I like how he's really thinking about this.
No, okay. I think we're done.
Okay, it's okay. Oh, Lala.
Yeah.
By the way.
Yes.
We are out.
Bye.
Toodaloos.
You really think I'm 60, punk?
No, I'm just like, there's
I'm
no
gonna
way.
beat you up.
No. I'm like, there's no way you're 60. Yeah, you guys are the ones saying she's 60, and then you say you're 60. I'm like, no fucking way.
I am 60. I just had my 60th birthday. I had a surprise party.